You guys are going to be subjected again thanks to my boredom. Sigh. Internet's out. Oh well. This is Angus, the Mad Cow, and this rant is a personal request of my father. So, Pappy, this one's for you. Bad drivers. Oh my god. I've heard the joke before is like, what'd you get your driver's license from? A Cracker Jack box? Seriously, sometimes I actually think that. I'm pretty sure there's actually people out on the road that do not have driver's license. I'm almost 100% confident on that. Just for the fact that either they've had their license taken away from them or they're illegal aliens or whatever reason. They don't have a license. And a lot of the people that have licenses don't need them. Because there are some stupid people out there that really do not know how to drive. I've been working at my little retail store for, going over 4 years now. Every single day, either coming to work or going home from work, I've almost been hit in the parking lot at least once. And that's 365 days in a year. 366 if you count a leap year, which I went through a leap year working at this job. Every day. Over 4 years. So you do the math of how many times I've almost been hit just in the parking lot. That's insane. Standard parking lot rules is like 10, 15 miles an hour. When you come up to an intersection, you stop. It's like a stop sign. Even though there's not one there, it's a stop sign. A lot of people, I really wish that our traffic laws were at least as strict as the United Kingdom's. And I really wish they were actually as strict as Germany's. And I'm not sure exactly when this survey came out. It was several years ago when I read this. That if American drivers were all of a sudden subjected to the European traffic laws that they had to pass, that only about 60% of the people driving in the U.S. would still have licenses. Now, in comparison that to Germany, only 85% of the people that are currently driving would not be driving. Only 15% of the people that can drive in the U.S. would be able to pass a German driving exam. Why? Because unlike, driver's ed that we have here, or learning from a parent, or not even, and just going and taking your driver's test and hopefully they give you a pass, they actually have to go to a driving school, kind of like a little bitty college, to able to get their driver's license. You can't even drive in the UK unless you're 18, if I remember my information correctly. But you idiots out there, it's crazy that you've got people, speeding maybe 3 or 4 or 5 miles over the speed limit. Those are not the people I'm targeting here. I'm talking about the people that are in the left-hand lane of the interstate on a 6-lane interstate and all of a sudden realize 15 feet before their exit, they need to be over and zip across and don't even look. People that do the California roll. Yeah, they print all these stop signs for no apparent reason whatsoever, just so they can waste a little bit of aluminum and paint and make the streets look pretty. The stop sign's there for a reason. Use it. And a lot of people are like, where's a cop when you need one with all these crazy people out there? But that's another rant, and I'm not even going to get into that. But hold on. Had to pause it there for a second. A little bit of a hairball. Excuse me. Getting back on topic. I just took, we were on the road for probably about 6 to 7 hours today, driving from one city to another, doing a little road trip. And it happened to rain on the way back. It's like whenever it rains, everybody's that even, that didn't know how to drive before, the little bit of driving knowledge they had gets washed away with the rain. it's a monsoon. Lightning, thunder, wind. You can barely see 10 feet in front of you through the windshield with the wipers on high. And people are barreling down the interstate at like 70 and 80 miles an hour. Just blowing past us. We're going like, 45, 50 because that's the safe speed to be driving at that point. Hello, people. Listen. Listen to me really, really good. Average rule is if it's raining, you go at least 10 miles under the speed limit. At least. That's if it's just raining normally. The heavier it rains, the slower you go. It's a safety thing. I don't want to get blown off the road and thrown into a ditch because of some moronic just goon that, is like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. Okay, if your life is that important that, being 5 minutes late to where you need to be, guess what? You need to leave 15 minutes earlier. Yeah, okay? If you got to be somewhere at 7 o'clock, plan to be there at 6:30 to account for traffic, wrecks, because of other idiots, or a random accident, flat tire, something like that, or weather. That way, if you have to slow down to be safer and not kill yourself before you get there, because it's not going to do you any good to drive like a bat out of hell if you're dead. You'll never get to your destination. Well, at least not the one you were planning to get to. You might end up someplace you really didn't want to end up. That's another rant altogether, too. Okay, I can go into this topic for probably a couple more sessions, so you'll hear more on bad drivers. This is just, random me going to bed. I'm bored, but I'm not tired yet, so I'm just going to throw some stuff out here. I've lost my train of thought, so I'm going to call this one a close. This has been Angus the Mad Cow. Drive safely. Bye-bye.